This is Damon the Global Gardener. When people say New York City, what kind of plants or landscaping or gardening could possibly go on in New York City? Well, let me tell you, I have a full practice of gardens in New York City, rooftops, penthouses, all kinds of things. And right now we're going to do a little tour of West 22nd Street of some just things that I think are interesting, just walking by between clients. I'll turn the camera around here, and so this is just Japanese maple tree in pot. And the evergreens, there's lots and lots of boxwood here, but hi, doing a little, can I do a little video of your garden?
You certainly can.
Okay, great, thank you. Yes, I am greatly admiring it, thank you.
Much nicer garden in the back.
Oh, really? Wonderful. Okay, great. So no tour of the back garden, but here is hydrangeas and boxwood. And then here's a cut leaf Japanese maple. But this is what I thought was quite spectacular. Creeping Jenny, which is generally a weed in most gardens, in a container is a lovely trailing plant. And with Coleus, this is a full shade environment. So you have mixes of Coleus, all that, the different kinds of different, like, I've got a lot of thoughts happening right now. The different textures, colors, and it's not just Coleus. It's also Caladium is the big leaf Caladium. So making just a kind of a really striking entrance to this nice doorway, which is, howdy, wear your hard hat, in the next door to construction, which there's always construction in New York, really just everywhere. So, oh, excuse me, he's carrying some bricks and I was in his way, heavy stuff. So there you go. Wow, variegated Pachysandra. Don't see variegated that often. And a Magnolia, and a fairly shady. It gets probably some sun. You can see a garden up there, a rooftop garden. And oops. So, and then here you go with Cercis, a redbud tree with red leaves, and just gravel below it, which is kind of rare now. There's usually other plants, but there's a lot of rats too. So they kind of make they love little areas like that. A nice little burrow. They can get to the trash easily. That just piles up on the street and trash bags on certain days, but into people's garbage cans too. So here is a dogwood tree, also graveled with just some Euonymus. Really simple evergreen. And so, and here's like bulletproof stuff, like well, here's a mix of bulletproof stuff. Variegated ivy thrown in. It was probably like a holiday gift basket thing. And here's some of the street trees, Ginkgos and Locusts and things. Wisteria, also very bulletproof, especially once it gets going. And then ivy, Hydra helix, just throw bombs at it and it's fine. Boxwood, there you go, some geraniums. There's a nice stoop. Some architecture, doorway, fencing. This is West 22nd Street again. Bulletproof ivy. There's a smaller leaf Euonymus. It's supposed to be more of an upright thing. There's the compost that the rats like to invade. It's sort of struggling, but you know, something green, something alive in a full shade environment with no irrigation that I see, although I do see a thing over here that goes creatively into the ground and possibly underneath and up in here somewhere. But it also might be for the container with more boxwood, and then more Euonymus in the other neighbor's yard, and then more ivy in the tree pit, and more, you're seeing a theme here, Coleus with a little bit of ivy trailing, and a variegated ivy with Coleus. These are also environments where the Creeping Jenny, especially the yellow one, really brightens up the zone. There's some Coleus up on the stoop up here. Reflecting in that gold is the trees of the kickboard. That's pretty neat, brass, shiny brass. There's some roses up on this. What is that, a balcony, I guess? And, oh, something different, azalea. With a couple different things in here. Making sure, oh, here comes a family that I'm not getting in anybody's way here on the sidewalk, but there you go, the gold fleck and the hydrangea. It looks like I'll check to make sure, rub the leaf and smell it. Yes, lemon balm, Melissa officinalis, delightful. There's some, no, I thought it was roses in the shade, but it's in hydrangeas, more hydrangeas, and more azaleas, and more lemon balm. That's a good one. Here comes a very large family, so we are going to curtail this tour for now on West 22nd Street in New York City. This has been another edition with the gardener, and wishing you well and healthful gardens. Happy gardening, and see you in the next video.